Hey geometry students, welcome to lesson 76 today where we're going to be talking about symmetry. Now before our break we were talking about some different kind of transformations that we could do with our geometric objects. We had talked about how to translate, which meant to slide. We'd also talked about how to reflect, which means we flip. Now we had done another geometric transformation which was called a rotation. That will be coming up later on. We actually haven't defined symmetry yet, so let me go ahead and start off by giving you that definition. What does it mean that I'm going to do a transformation of a symmetry? So for a symmetry, what we're going to notice is that the image of your transformation coincides with the pre-image. Remember the word image, that's the new shape that you have in your question, and the pre-image is what you had originally in your question. There'll be two kinds of symmetry that we'll be looking at in our lesson today. The first kind of symmetry that we have is called line symmetry. So what does that mean? That we have line symmetry. Our shape can be reflected across a line, so I see the same image on the other side of the line. It's almost like I could fold it across this line and I would see the exact same mirror image on the other side of our picture. Just to give you an example, I drew out a star here. With that star, I was able to draw a line through the middle of the star, and I've broken it up into two mirror images of each other. So that's an example of a shape that has line symmetry. Now, just focusing on a specific shape before we work through a couple other examples here. So with that line symmetry, we are looking for the line that divides our shape into two congruent. They are reflected, so they're mirror images of each other. So I flip them over, two reflected halves of each other. Looking at a specific shape, a regular hexagon. Now, we know a hexagon is a shape that has 6 different sides. What does it mean that it's a regular hexagon? All 6 of those sides are the same, and all 6 angles are the same as well. A regular hexagon does have line symmetry. So here's our line symmetry, here's our hexagon that we have. How does that regular hexagon have line symmetry in 3 different ways? It has a vertical line for the line of symmetry. It splits our hexagon right down the middle. A regular hexagon also has a horizontal line for the line of symmetry going across in our picture. The last way that I can do a line of symmetry when it comes to a regular hexagon is going through any opposite corners or opposite vertices of our hexagon, like you can see in our picture. So with our regular hexagon, there was a couple different ways that I could split that picture up, and I would see the exact same mirror image on the other side of our problem. So let me give you a couple that you can practice. Let's see if we can identify if these shapes do have line symmetry. Is there somewhere where I can split the picture and I would see the exact same thing on the other side? Well, if I look at the shape that I have drawn on the screen, is there anywhere that I could draw a line that's going to split that shape right in half? No. Okay, so therefore this shape does not have line symmetry. Let's go ahead and take a look at the heart that I've drawn. So again, we're thinking, is there somewhere where I can draw a line that's going to split that heart right in half? Well, there is for this example. Where can I draw that line that's going to split the heart right in half? It would be a vertical line that I have going straight up through the middle. What I see on the left side of the screen is exactly what I see on the right side of the screen. It's just been reflected. It's just been flipped over in our question. So part of the homework that you'll be doing for this lesson is they're going to show you some shapes, and you have to decide, does it have line symmetry? That's what you want to think through. Is there somewhere where I can split the shape in half and I would see 2 congruent pictures on both sides of that line? Now, the other kind of symmetry that we'll be talking about here in our lesson from lesson 76 is called rotational symmetry. Now, rotation was the other kind of transformation that we talked about. To rotate meant I had spun the picture around. So with rotational symmetry, what you're going to look for, can I spin the picture around in one complete circle or 360 degrees so that the new picture that I see is exactly like the original picture? It's okay that I'm turning the picture around, but as I turn it, are all of the pieces still in the exact location? Does the picture look identical to what I've seen so far? Right, so with that angle of rotation, something that we'll be answering about our questions. The angle of rotation is the smallest angle that you can turn your picture around, and I do see the exact same picture show up again, and I'll show you how you're going to find that out as we're working through our examples. Just giving you the formula right now. To find the angle, you're taking 360 degrees. That 360 degrees is one complete rotation for a circle, and then you're going to divide by how many times could you see the same shape. If I saw it 4 times, I would divide by 4, or whatever would be necessary in our question in order to find our angle of rotational symmetry. Going back to look at our regular hexagon. Remember we said our regular hexagon did have line symmetry. There was different lines that I could draw in that would split the hexagon right in half. Well, our regular hexagon also has rotational symmetry. I can spin that hexagon around and I would see the exact same hexagon again. Well, how many times would I see the exact same hexagon 6 different times? 1 from the original picture, and then as I spin it, I would see it 5 other times, so that's our total of 6. So the angle that I came up with was 360 degrees from the entire rotation, divided by the 6 different times that I saw the exact same shape, and that gave us our angle of symmetry of 60 degrees for our question. Okay, so the order, one other thing that's question's going to ask us when it comes to this idea of rotational symmetry is the order. Well, simply what it means when it's asking you for the order is how many times did I see the exact same picture. So if I look back at that regular hexagon, how many times did we see the exact same hexagon? We saw it 6 different times. So that would be the order that we would have in our question. So in order to find the order, very similar to how we just found the angle, you would take 360 degrees and you would divide it by the angle of rotation. So to find the angle, we divide it by the rotations or the order. Now to find the order, you take 360 and you're going to divide by the angle that you have in your picture. So let's work through a couple different examples together. So on this screen, I have a square. So our job is to determine, does this square have rotational symmetry? Can I spin that square around and I would see the exact same square again? Well, is that a possibility? Absolutely. So yes, this does have rotational symmetry. How many times would I see the same square over and over again? The order of that square would be 4. I see 1 from the original picture, then I can turn it 3 more times to get a total of 4 for the order of rotational symmetry. So the last thing we have to answer now is the angle. Well, in order to find the angle, I do 360 degrees divided by how many times I saw the picture, which was 4. 360 degrees divided by 4 gives us our angle of rotation of 90 degrees. All right, let's take a look at this star. We kind of looked at this star earlier when it came to our line symmetry. We did say that the star had line symmetry because there was different places where I could split the star right in half. Well, does this star also have rotational symmetry? Can I turn this star and I would see the exact same thing over and over again? Well, sure, you will see the same star over and over again as you turn it around. How many times would you see the same star? You would see it 6 different times. Each of the points or each of the vertices that are sticking out could be at the top of the shape, and I would see the exact same star as the original picture. Based on the fact that the order is 6, what's the angle of rotation? Well, to find the angle, I'm doing 360 degrees divided by the order. 360 degrees divided by 6 gave me 60 degrees. I have to turn this shape 60 degrees in order to see the exact same shape again on our screen. Let's try 2 more pictures together. Let's take a look at this, a trapezoid. Does a trapezoid have rotational symmetry? So kind of think, if I were to pick that trapezoid up and I was to start to turn it, would I see the exact same trapezoid again? Unfortunately, I would not. If I turn the trapezoid upside down, now the shorter side is going to be on the bottom and the longer side is going to be on the top. What I'm looking for with rotational symmetry is the exact same shape as I turn it around in our picture. Okay, so last picture here, if I gave you something that looks like a parallelogram. Does a parallelogram have rotational symmetry? Can I turn that parallelogram so I would see the exact same thing again? And I can. So yes, our parallelogram does have rotational symmetry. How many times do I see the same parallelogram again? I would see it twice. 1 from the original picture, then I'll see it once more as I turn it around. based on the fact that the order is 2, that means our angle is 360 degrees divided by 2, or 180 degrees in our problem. So with rotational symmetry, can I turn the picture around and I see the exact same picture again? If that is the case, then you do have rotational symmetry. How many times do you see it is your order, and then to find the angle, take your rotation of 360 degrees and divide by how many times did you see your picture over and over again. Now please note, if I were to put a tree in the middle of that parallelogram and I were to turn it upside down, well then the tree would have been upside down as well, so then it would not have rotational symmetry. It would just have to be the parallelogram like I have up here on the screen, just a blank parallelogram. If I have something on the inside, it's still got to be the same as I flip it around in our picture. Hey, just a couple more things as we finish up our lesson for today. Just a terminology. We're not going to see it too much in our textbook, but just in case it shows up, I want you to be clear with what this means. If a shape has point symmetry, that just means the rotational symmetry has an order of 2. Kind of like our parallelogram that we just walked through. I saw the same parallelogram twice in our picture. Now, the last thing I want to finish up with you about our lesson actually goes back to our line symmetry. Remember, line symmetry is if I draw a line in, would I see the same reflected image on both sides of our line? Well, what I want to finish up with are looking back at our regular shapes. Remember, a regular shape, all of the angles are the same and all of the sides are the same. If you have a regular shape, it's actually a very simple process to know how many lines of symmetry do you have. So let's go ahead and take a look at this first example. If I have a dodecagon, well, a dodecagon means that I have a total of 12 sides on my picture. If there's 12 sides, there would be 12 angles as well. So how many lines of symmetry does a regular dodecagon has? It has 12 lines of symmetry. I could put each one of those lines through the different vertices, and that's where I got the 12 different lines of symmetry from. So when your question on your homework says you have a regular shape and it tells you how many sides you have, that's the exact same for how many lines of symmetry you're going to have as well. Okay, so just make sure we understand that. If I told you this is a new word for us, it's an icosagon. An icosagon is something that has 20 different sides. Well, if it's a regular shape, then how many lines of symmetry does it have? It would also have 20 lines, one going from each of the vertices that we have. Last example, and this one I just phrased a little bit differently. This one's called a myriagon, which means it has 10,000 sides. So obviously you wouldn't see a picture for this kind of question because that would just be ridiculous. So how many lines of symmetry does it have? If it's a regular shape, it would have 10,000 lines of symmetry. So our line symmetry, could you split the shape in half and you see the exact same thing on both sides? And then rotational symmetry, can you turn the shape around and I see the same shape over and over again? So give it your best shot with your homework for tonight. If you have questions, let me know and I'll be glad to help you out with those.